All right, what is up, everyone? Glad that you're here for another episode of Monday Halls Live. This is Carlos Collects Comics, and I'm excited that you're here with us. Hey, what's up? It's good to have you here hanging out with us in the chat on this Monday night. This is Monday Halls Live. This is the live stream web series that focuses on sharing the past week to week and a half's worth of pickups with you and just letting you know the books that we're picking up, the books that we're interested in, the ones that we've been snagging here and there. As always, I'm going to be joined momentarily by MT, my faithful buddy on the show, as well as the future Batman, Jin, none other than Jin himself. And both of these guys have some really cool books that they have picked up this past week. Hey, look who popped in there. There he is. We're going to bring Jin out. Oh, look. Hey, there they are.
The gang's all here.
The gang is all here. So,
Hello,
hey,
Carlos and MT Mighty Thor. How you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good, man. We're doing pretty good. Man, I like this setup I've been seeing with you. You got your stuff all lined up. Man.
I'm still organizing, man. I have so many things that I need to organize back here, but I appreciate it.
I know the feeling. Well, hey, I'm gonna let the guys greet, say hi in a second. I want to give you just a couple of quick reminders. So if you've been watching for a while, you know that we have been on this march to 1,000 subscribers. That is coming up. The goal is to break 1,000 subscribers by the end of August. Going to be dropping a couple of new Friday feature videos coming up very soon. I've been working on one for one of the biggest superheroes, my own top 10 list for books, as well as I picked up a couple of the books that were on my list this weekend. They're on the way here, and I'm looking forward to sharing them with you in the next week or two as they arrive. But right now, I've got a couple of cool books here that I'm going to share. But I want to remind you, like I said, the 1,000 subscriber giveaway is coming up. I'm not announcing what is going to be on the prize board for that one. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Maybe see when we break 950 subscribers, go and announce that and share those. Also, just a reminder that we do have every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Central a live stream called The Giveaway Show on Wednesday nights. And that is our time to opine about the current goings on in the comic book community. Paul joins us for that one, and we'll be giving away a couple of books, as well as talking about how to protect your comic collection. We'll just kind of be getting some round robin tips and ideas from whoever's going to be on the panel for that evening about how to protect your comic collection. So that slide will be going live over on the YouTube channel shortly after we're done with this episode. But I'm looking forward to seeing you there for that, and hopefully by this Friday I'll be able to drop another top 10 list because I have been working on a couple of new ones and looking forward to sharing those with you. My picks for books to consider adding to your collection. This is an exciting time in the life of comic books. Lots of buzz, lots of media adaptations, and so there's a lot of cool books that maybe still to this point have flown under the radar. So that's why I like to do the top 10 lists. And I'm hoping sometime, I think coming up soon, we're going to be adding some additional segments to, I think, the giveaway show. So I'm looking forward to those where we'll have other YouTubers joining us for a few minutes towards the end of each episode just to share some of their areas of specialities. And I can't wait to share that stuff with you because it's going to be a lot of fun. But hey, this is Monday Halls, and this is the web series where we're going to share the past week to week and a half's worth of comic book pickups. I've got MT and Jen backstage here with me as well, and we're going to go ahead and start off with those rounds. So I'm going to see which of the guys wants to go first for this. And we're going to try to get you guys, we're going to try to finish this episode up by about 11 p.m. Central, between 11 and 11:10 p.m. Central. So we're looking forward to sharing some great books. So let's go ahead and get it started. Now, which of you guys wants to go first?
I'll go.
All right. Mr. MT.
I got some fun stuff to show you here a little bit later. I got a big like cartoon 80s Marvel Star
Oh no.
lot that I got. Always love those books, right? Another, thing that I've been because I really loved this series when it came out because I loved the covers so much. They were throwbacks to the original Silver Age Avengers covers. So this is Secret Invasion, which is on the way. It'll be coming here real soon, and it's Samuel L. Jackson will be back for the show, I'm told.
Yeah.
This is the run with the new Avengers. So you're looking at Avengers number 10 here, the first Spider-Man crossover. This is I can't remember what number this is. This is the King Size Annual number 2, which is also a cover swipe of it was kind of the X-Men versus the Avengers, but really this is King Size Annual 2. This would be the first Illuminati.
Oh wow.
Homage from the Illuminati run. This one, I can't remember if this is even a cover swipe. You would think it would be, but I don't remember which one that is. Somebody in the chat might know. Then you got the big bads here with Surtur and all the big baddies there. And then this was a West Coast Avengers book.
Nice.
So at any rate, cool cover. Then you get into 49, which was also part of this lot. This is the first appearance of the Dark Avengers, considered their cameo. And then their full launch was in Dark Avengers number 1, which is a great book to pick up. It's a great read on top of that. And then there was also 50, which was a kind of a cool cover unto itself. Another book I picked up another copy of, one of my all-time favorites, the first appearance of Namorita in Submariner number 50. Namorita was on the New Warriors, which was a series I collected when I was a kid. Was the team of the 90s with the tactical skateboard.
Yeah. The tactical rocket-powered skateboard.
Right. Nothing says 90s like a tactical skateboard. Did you see Namorita in the Ice Cube back there by Captain America?
Yeah. No, this book is on my list to pick up.
It's just an awesome cover with Clawful from the He-Man action figures. Yeah. Great book. I have a couple cold opens here, and then I'm going to dig out my my 80s lot. I did get a couple new Motu Star books too, and my hunt for a 9/8 of number 7. I can't remember if I showed these last time. I can't remember when I got these. X-Men 25, first Locust. The Super Scroll battle cover with Thor. Kind of lower grades, but they're great books to have. And then Jen might like this book.
That's.
Oh wow!
I have that cover, but I don't have the. I don't have that variant. I don't have the
Wizard
black
World.
and white.
Is that
Very
the,
beautiful.
is that the female Vision, or
Yeah.
Vision in the Ultimate was female, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay,
and it was really well done. It was the lead into Galactus. I didn't collect Ultimate Spider.
Uh-oh.
You there, MT? Eve.
Or your Wi-Fi issues.
Yeah.
There you go.
1,000 Ultimate.
Hey,
books.
MT, you kind of went off the air for a bit.
Yeah, it froze up, buddy.
You kind of froze up on the last few seconds there. So you want to maybe show the, there being whatever you were saying about that book. you froze up.
Oh, I was just saying that I got every single Ultimates except for Ultimate Spider-Man. That was the one I did not collect. But all the Ultimate X-Men, the Ultimates, I've got all like the first 3 or 4 years they were printing these books, and this was one that always eluded me. So I was happy to completionist get this one in my collection.
Nice.
Back to some more 80s goodness. These came in. This is a cold open here, so it looks like we've got an awesome battle cover. Transformers, number 18. Number 40, introducing the Pretenders. Oh, this is late in the series.
Oh, I remember those. Those were like the kind of the clamshell characters or figures, right? And they opened up and.
Yeah, very late they started doing anthropomorphic, more animal type Transformers for whatever reason. At last, the return of Optimus Prime. So maybe that's a key book. Who knows? Jen will like this book. First appearance of God Emperor Doom. I believe these are the connecting covers, right, Jen?
Yes, I would say that those are. That book is just. I mean, Doctor Doom is like my favorite character of all time. So it's like, I just hope they don't ruin him. Like, he needs to be done correctly. I mean, he could be a Thanos level character if you do it correctly, but
if they one and done him, I'll never watch another MCU.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that's what a lot of people are kind of cautious and a little afraid of, is that they don't want that character to be messed up. So we'll see.
I am a huge fan of Mantis. This was one of the very early, one of the first couple, maybe 10 Silver Bronze Age Avengers books I ever purchased. Those of you who don't know, I collected the entire 1 through 503 issues of Avengers. It took me 10 years maybe to do it. But this is the origin of Mantis. Okay, and Mantis played a huge role in the Guardians of the Galaxy run. That was the iteration you saw in the movies with Peter Quill and Drax the Destroyer, and Mantis was kind of like co-captain for a long, long time. But she was green because she turns green. But this guy ties into her being the Celestial Madonna. She was a cool character. Love Mantis. I have no idea what this book is. Why? What about this one? Might have been
the first cover appearance, right?
I have no idea what it is. No idea. Somebody can help me out with this one.
I think it's the first cover appearance of
Bad Batch or something.
Bad Batch, yeah.
Okay. Here's another one I'm not too sure of. But you've got like the alternate team of Fantastic Four right down here. Wasn't this the other lineup?
Yeah, those were the 90s new Fantastic Four. What issue number is that? That's 347.
It says this issue's got everything.
Yeah, no. So it's crazy that you picked up that book today.
It came in the mail. I bought it.
I picked up that book today too. I also picked up that book today. So it's
hang on, let me show both of you. Hold the book up real quick. This is uncanny right here.
Yeah, I picked up the book today too. So it's crazy because I went shopping today and I was like, you know what, I want to get some issues that I don't have that I need to, because I'm trying to complete my Fantastic Four run. And this was the one my wife, like my wifey, she goes, hey, have you seen this book? And I go, yeah, I like the cover, but what is it? She's like, well, it's the first time that Ghost Rider, Hulk, Wolverine.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I was going to ask you, is this the first appearance of the lineup?
Right.
Yes,
yeah.
that lineup.
This is the first appearance, and the next one is the first cover. Yeah, Southern Comic Geek. I totally didn't get the memo on that one. These guys snagged them. So, all right.
Yeah,
I have no idea what this one is either.
What's that book right there? The Silk. I think that was a Women's Day special. I think that was a Women's Day special book. I can't remember what it's called, but
she got herself arrested in this one. I love Drax. I love the iteration when they redesigned Drax for the Guardians of the Galaxy. He is so much more powerful in the comic books. He's like Drax was like very, James Gunn. Everything's got to be humor, and like Marvel can't make a serious movie. But Drax was a very deadly and very interesting, well-written character. He was funny too in the comics. But like they kind of have this episode where there's the Skrull invasion on Nowhere, and he goes around basically doing like Die Hard on Nowhere, and the Subluminals are out to get him. Great read. It shows how powerful and capable he is. I'll do one more cold open here, and then I will kick it over and dig out some more books for the next round. Let's see what's in this one. Oh, because actually I bought another, I don't know, 75 or 80s Bronze and Copper Avengers books I could flip through, but I think everybody's seen a lot of those. I've got like a lot of copies of number 1 and number 2 of Infinity Watch. I don't have the whole run. So I bought, look at Moondragon there. There's a Carlos rule book. Gamora, I love Gamora in this costume, the most deadly woman in the universe. She is extremely capable. Honestly, I know that the girl who plays her in the movie is an A-list actor, very popular. She's not necessarily the most athletic. I think if they got somebody who was a little bit more athletic, she could have carried her own movie without question.
Oh, you mean Zoe Sandel?
She's a great actress. Love the girl. She needs to be a little bit more athletic to carry Gamora, especially to carry her own movie, which Gamora could have easily done. But we're not done. We'll see plenty more Gamora in this next one. I'm excited to see Heather Douglas is supposed to be coming in. This is also Drax's daughter, Moondragon. So this is number 1, of course, the aftermath of the Infinity Gauntlet, which I talked about at length last week, right? I think this is where he gets a little bit different costume in this one, if I recall.
Oh, that's a cool cover.
From Here to Eternity. So you got Galactus and Thanos battling over Gamora here.
I like that.
I
like that cover.
The Living Tribunal, Heather Douglas again, Pip the Troll, Gamora. So Gamora, there's the old like WWF costume for Drax the Destroyer. And then you got Titan v Titan here. You want to, if you really like wild and wacky sci-fi, like heavy on the science, read the Infinity Abyss, which is a fantasy story. It is out there. It gets into some serious science and existentialism and nihilism. It is an awesome read. But I'll kick it over to Jen here. I'll dig up some more cool books to show you. We'll see you here. We'll see.
All right, let's take it over to Jen.
All right, guys, I'm just going to put tape on this last book because I'm putting it in Mylar. So I'm going to show you why I'm putting this in Mylar. And I think I'm going to have MT tell you what's so important about this book. It has Mephisto on the cover. And it has something to do with the Fantastic Four. But it doesn't actually have anything to do with the actual team. It has to do with Franklin Richards. And I'm going to have MT explain to you why it's such a good and popular book.
Get a loss here. That's not what I know.
This is 277. This is actually, this book is the one where Franklin Richards actually defeats Mephisto.
Oh, okay.
So this is a pretty good. If you don't have it, maybe
good read?
It is a good read. It's a very good read. Like one of my favorite fantastic, I would say Fantastic Four characters or Doctor Doom books is the one where he goes to hell and he ends up going to hell, and then he basically fights Mephisto. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna shut my door real quick.
Oh yeah, there's one I can't remember. Well,
All right, guys. So it's called Triumph, and I can't remember the entire name of the book, but it's I have it. It's a good read. It's basically that Doctor Doom tells Doctor Strange, who becomes Sorcerer Supreme for the first time, and he tells him, "Hey, now that you're Sorcerer Supreme, can you come and assist me on getting my mom's soul back from hell?" And he travels down to hell and he punches Mephisto in the face, takes his mom's soul, gets distracted by Doctor Strange, and then it's a really good story. Well, this is very much like a story in that caliber. It's like, except Franklin Richards takes on Mephisto. It's a good story. I also got this one right here. Fantastic Four.
Oh wow.
268. This is called The Mask of Doom. Real. It's a really beautiful book.
That is an amazing looking cover. Look at that.
It is. It's just it's stuff that I was looking for, and I just so happened to find it. I also got this one today too. 265. The first time She-Hulk joined.
Oh yeah.
that one I know.
Yeah, it's again a real beautiful book. I was looking for some She-Hulk stuff also, and also came across the Action Comics homage, where she's lifting the
Nice.
car, the vehicle, and everything, and you
I've
have
never
that
seen
guy.
that one before.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I'd never seen that one before.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful cover. I was trying to find a near mint copy, and I think I found a pretty clean looking copy.
Nice.
I might have to give this to Nietzsche Worldwide. Might have to give this to
Prestige
Nietzsche Worldwide, or
Prestige.
yeah, Nietzsche. Might have to give it to Comic Tracks and see if he can look at this book and turn this into maybe a high grade 9.8. I didn't see any defects on it real. I think it just needs a really good press. Then I also have this right here, Fantastic Four.
Oh wow.
I think this was issue.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one. It's 406. But just anything with Doctor Doom, man. I mean, I'm just going back and picking up stuff because I know this is going to skyrocket, and I don't plan on selling any of these, to be honest, just because Fantastic Four to 200 goes back to basically it basically narrates all the wars between Mr. Fantastic and Doctor Doom. It's kind of like a like the beginning of an episode when they say previously in Fantastic Four. Well, the whole book is kind of like that. It's from 1 to 200, and it talks about all the times Doctor Doom and this guy have gone at it. But the entire book is a 200 issue anniversary. It's a very beautiful book. When I came across this, I lost my shit. Like, I was like, oh my god, like this is so awesome. I can't. I was just so happy to have this. So this is a pretty good book to have, guys. It's just a really good one. Then I also dug this up. I've ended up coming across this. So I have a 9.8 in this book. This is a newsstand, but this is the first adult Magic. But let me tell you why I was trying to find this book. I may have to give this to Comic Tracks also. See if he can look at the grade. I think this is maybe a 9.0, maybe a 9.2. It has some defects on there. Yeah, I did. Southern Comic Geek. Not all the time, but it is what it is. But I may have to get him to look at it. But this is why. Look at that. There you go. So you got it's a Mark Jewelers, man. Ended up getting a Mark Jewelers for the first adult Magic. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. So yeah, that was some of the stuff, guys, that I ended up getting today. I also had other things that came in today too. Let me show you some other stuff that I got. This came in. This is a new haul that I got in today also. So ended up getting this in right here. There you go. There you go, guys. Hulk #1, first appearance of the first Gray She-Hulk. It's signed by Jeff Dickel. But guess what, man? I had this submitted in, got 2 copies. So ended up getting that in today. I was pretty happy about that. Ended up getting this one in. And I know eventually they'll head that direction, depending on whatever they do. Okay, let's see.
Nice.
Ended up getting that. Yeah, I was showing them this right here, Carlos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up getting that. I'm gonna show you the most controversial book of the month in just a bit. Also ended up getting this right here, guys. If you don't know what this is, I highly recommend going and trying to pick up Fantastic Four 240. And the reason is because this is the first time the Inhumans leave Earth, and they actually move to the moon. They build a station on the moon or whatever, which is like what's happening right here. So and then the cover is just fantastic. Again, I may have to get Comic Tracks to look at it. I don't think he can really do anything with that, but maybe look at it and see if he can change it up a little bit. I mean, he's not a wizard, but can do some stuff. I may also have to give him this book to turn in. Let me see. This just came in, man. I didn't have to pay $25,000 for it, but there you guys go.
Yikes.
There it is.
Hey, it ain't so, Joe.
There you go. Ended up getting my bootleg copy. Yeah, the Moonbase, Mr. Collector. So ended up getting this, guys. I was pretty happy with the condition. Maybe mine will come back at 10.0 with a blue label, and it'll really get people's blood boiling. So so I'm pretty happy about this, guys. That I have one of the 750 copies out there. And then I picked up this little guy right here. Look at this. Look at him. They released some Darth Vader pops this week, guys. So if you're a big Star Wars fan, I highly recommend. This one's a little bit heavier. It has a stand underneath, so you can, you can take it out of the box and leave it out there instead of putting it in here. I think that's probably why they did that. There's one other thing that I got. I can't remember what it was, but but I think that would be my haul for just now, unless I think of something else that I ended up getting. But thanks a lot, guys.
Good deal. All right. Hey, so I'm going to go ahead and show off a couple of books. I haven't picked up a lot this week. I showed, I think, most of them off. I do want to mention a couple of books. Well, one book from last week. So I did pick up a new book. It's called Sacrament. It's by AWA Upshot, and it's written by Peter Milligan with art by Marcelo Frusin. This is the main cover. I don't know if there's any variants for it, but I did want to mention this because I think I showed it last week, but I hadn't had a chance to read it yet. So I want to make sure and recommend this. So this is kind of a neat, an interesting kind of faith-based comic book. It's about the far future where a very world-weary and cynical priest is traveling from planet to planet, performing a version of like digital communion. And so, he is underground. He is like illegal. It is illegal for him to be doing those services at that time. He's all but lost his faith completely until he is captured by, and it's not too heavy spoiler alert because it's just the first issue, but he is captured by government officials, and instead of being sent to a prison planet he thought he was going to be sent to, he's taken to a remote research base, and there he begins to be consulted on a very gruesome murder or a very gruesome event that has happened. It does have a very strong kind of theological bent to it. I won't go much further into it, but I do think it's a very neat premise. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed a lot of the AWA Upshot books. So I just want to say, if like kind of theology infused, faith-based horror thrillers are your thing, or science fiction in a more darker vein is your thing, this is a neat book. I'm looking forward to reading the rest of it. I'm definitely going to go ahead and pull that book or add that book to my pull list as well. Also, a quick preview. If you know, a while back when it came out, this was many, many months ago, a title also by AWA Upshot called Erratic was a 5-part miniseries, and it came out as a teen superhero, and I just loved it. I thought it was great. It had definitely some cool Ultimate Spider-Man tones to it, some classic Spider-Man tones to it, but just really interesting premise where a teenager would gain superpowers for no more. I think it's 10 minutes and no more. And so it's a really neat story, the first arc. Well, the second arc just got announced. It's on FOC, so you can still order it and add it to your pull list. That's another one that just a quick little recommendation of a couple books that I've read that I'm looking forward to sticking with. So, all right. So just a couple books to show off. I'm not sure if I had shown this off, but I did manage to snag a copy of Punisher War Journal in fairly high grade for a very low price from Comic Fanatic 86 on Instagram. He's got some of the best Instagram claim sales. They go live on Tuesdays. So make sure and follow him and check it out. So this is Punisher War Journal number 1. I also picked up from my good buddy Edwin a couple of new Teen Titans books, which I just keep getting drawn back to that title. And I think I may end up, once I finish my G.I. Joe run, I may go and start trying to build the volume 1 of the new Teen Titans by Wolfman and Perez. Well, this was a Perez signed book that I bought on one of the recent affordable auctions. This is a neat one because this is when Dick Grayson walks away officially from the Nightwing, or not the Nightwing, the Robin identity. Mm-hmm. And so I just, to me, this was one of my picks for the top 10 Nightwing books to add to your collection. This was one of my picks. So when Edwin showed it as a buy it now, I immediately jumped on it and said, yes, absolutely. And as a cool bonus. So this, and I put it in about a fine plus to VF minus, because it definitely needs a press and clean. But this is definitely a PC book. Also, this was a freebie that was included. This is Tales of the Teen Titans Annual number 3. This is the 4th part of the Judas Contract, one of the most iconic storylines in DC Comics history. This is a really cool storyline. If you haven't read it yet, I highly recommend it. It includes the first appearance of Dick Grayson as Nightwing in Tales of the Teen Titans number 44. So to get them in single issue is pricier, but you can pick it up as a trade for fairly inexpensively, and it is well worth the read because Deathstroke, this is one of his iconic turns as a villain, and it's great stuff. So real excited to get this from Edwin, from Strictly Comics Edwin, not Edwin Price. I also have, so this was another nostalgia pickup. This is a very high grade copy of Nova, The Man Called Nova number 21. I picked this up at my LCS. So the reason I did this, not necessarily, there's not really anything big about this. I think it's considered a key in the same way that a lot of books are considered a key. But I picked this one up as a nostalgia pick. I remember this cover as a child, when I was like 12, 13, I think when it, I was only 2 when this came out, but I remember getting this as a child, and this is one of the first comic books I read. Didn't have any context for it, didn't know the full story behind it, didn't really know the character, I just remember this striking cover. And so when my LCS had some Nova books, and this one was fairly high grade, I said, you know what, this is one of those ones I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up. And so I added that to the stack. I will save this poster and this other book for the last book for this round. So my LCS was super cool. They keep an eye out for books, or one of my LCSs, both of them take care of me. But this one actually found in one of the collections that they picked up. It is the Ashcan for Zorro Matanzas with covers by Mike Mayhew. And so this is an Ashcan. So like a full-size book is this size. So this is the Ashcan right here. And this was just a neat little pickup. It's a personal collection book. Don't know that, many other people would have gotten excited about it, but I did because it's black and white art, and it is a very short excerpt from the Matanza storyline. And so I just thought it was a really cool one, and they set it aside for me. They said, hey, and just threw it. My boss gave it to me for free, and I thought that was awesome that they would be thinking of that. So that's my round for this turn, and I'm going to go ahead and keep it moving along. Before I move it along, though, real quick, I didn't do shout outs to the chat, and you guys are the most important part of this. So let me say, hey, Comic Book Report, good to see you tonight. Comic Tracks, there he is, a.k.a. Pressed Niche Worldwide. Southern Comic Geek, what's up? # Paul's Fault. Let's see. Mr. Collector, hey, happy birthday to you, good friend. Your next, I need to get you lunch. Next time you're down by us, okay? I want to get you a birthday lunch. All right, let's see. But happy birthday! I hope it's been a good weekend and that you've enjoyed it, and that you've gotten to hang out with friends and family and do everything that's special for you. Spider Girl, what's up? It's good to see you. I'm sorry that your favorite online panelist is not here tonight. He took the night off, and he usually does on Mondays, but he's out there somewhere hunting books.
He is digging in the long boxes.
He is. Southern Comic Geek, that is correct. I did not get that Fantastic Four book that both of these guys did. Let's see who else.
You missed the memo.
Yeah, I missed it. Missed it completely. For Pete Sake, it's good to see you. Kip D, what's up? Nice. Hey, that Batman 125, I'm calling that as a cool book to have. Definitely think it's a good idea to pick those up. Because that villain, I think they're going to do something really cool with him, and the fact that it kicks off Zdarsky's run, I think it's going to be one to hold on to. Let's see, there's For Pete Sake again. What's up, Mike Bravo? Good to see you. Let's see, who else do we have? There's Kip D again, Mr. Collector again. Southern Comic Geek, I agree. The AWA Upshot titles are usually pretty solid. Let's see. Hey, there's Edwin Price, the OG, the original chairman of the board. Again, so many books I can't keep up with them, and I've got to quit keeping so many. Fortunately, a lot of books go out too. Zombie Attack News, what's up? Good to see you. Let's see, I think we've just about got everybody covered. I don't see. Okay. All right. Well, hey, we're glad that all you guys are here. I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to MT and see what he's got for his next round.
Okay, guys. I don't know if I showed this last week or not, but I picked up a first Ben Riley I have on my board, and with that, I got the first spot, which people believe was a Steve Ditko Spider-Man, and I think that the art is indeed very suspect. So I will give him kudos on that. Here's a cool book because I'm going to show some. I'll show that with my what if stuff. I got another. I ordered this from a guy in Canada, I don't know, 2 months ago. Finally came in. I'm not sure if I showed this or not last time, but I collected. In that amount of time, I was able to get an entire run of newsstand copies of this run.
Jeez. Are you a Game of Thrones fan?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Very much so. So this was a mixed lot, and you can see what the cover prices were on these. These were so expensive at the time. At the wall, that's the battle or the was the tournament at Harrenhal. And then what do we got there? That's Joffrey when they invaded. And then you've got Joffrey being a douche and so forth and so on. But I actually haven't read these. I just collected them for the covers. I should have
Nice.
that. But at any rate, I'll go through my 80s books because I think those would be
This
more.
is what I want to see right here.
I'm sure you will.
Insert
But I'll
and
go through these real quick. I love this cover. First cover appearance of Nightmare, one of the all-time big bads in the mystical corners of Marvel. Nightmare is a phenomenal character. This is his first cover. This is an expensive book, and I snapped up another copy this week. This is one me and Jen were talking about. This is a very low print count. This is a retelling of a story that was in the Frank Cho Volume 2 Miss Marvel storyteller, but she's in this very steampunk type pirate costume. Phenomenal artwork in that one. If you can find it, buy it. It's a great one. I ordered a Miss Marvel lot, and the guy said he sold them to somebody else, so he sent me this one for free. I said, "You bastard." But I loved it as the original Volume 1. I got some Marvel team-ups, too. I pulled out the 3 big ones because there's, 20 or 30 of those. We don't need to go through them all. They're a little rough, but Jack of Hearts has been top of the trending list here because he's going to be in the She-Hulk show. You also got Black Suit Spidey with Star Fox, who's also going to be in the She-Hulk and Eternals. Right, he's supposed to be in both, and then the Wonder Man, which have been hot books, and I almost thought that said Night Thrasher, but it's actually Nightcrawler at the circus. Okay, my team up books. I picked this one up. This is the first Barbara as Valkyrie. Y'all know I'm a big Valkyrie fan. Check out that one. I'm gonna try and go quickly here. And then, this was some Champions keys. This was my other cold open here. I can't remember what Champions key this is, but I got 2 of them. Might be something to do with Black Widow. I can't remember. Got another copy of this, one of my all-time favorites. Howard the Duck, #1.
Oh, very nice. Very, very nice.
Trying to get a market share on these. I only buy high grade copies.
Oh, speaking of that, Howard the Duck #1, Bub, we're having a comic book convention in 2 weeks where the creator of Howard the Duck is actually.
Paul told me that today.
Huh?
Paul told me that today.
Yeah, so he'll be there. I mean, I'm doing CGC witnessing at that convention, so. If you're planning on submitting that in, just let me know.
I'm trying to get full runs of Avengers annuals to put together some full run lots. So I've been buying a bunch of stuff. This gets you the whole run. I love Nebulon, the female Nebulon in this one. Valkyrie cover. This is the key for Monica Rambeau, I believe. And then you're into the double-sized arrows versus the Skrulls. Fantastic Fours in this one. Fighting the Blob in that one. Getting into the Galactic when they were with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I like that cover.
Isn't that a cool cover?
It is.
Marvel.
I love it. Yeah.
Terex and I don't know what Goblin's doing in space. He had a hard time in space here, but I guess Captain America's down on an asteroid too with Wonder Man and Bobby Morris. I don't know what she's going to do with her batons out there, but she's on the cover. Then this is a great key book, part of the Evolutionary War. Very, very classic cover. Serpent Crown has been around since Tales of Suspense. long time Circle Crown's been around. And then this is a cool book, and I should start with this. This is the first solo Vision story, and it's also got Wonder Man in this very unique iteration of his costume. I have yet to see anywhere else.
Wow.
So key Avengers annuals, they're always big events that happen in the Avengers annuals. Okay, so now the 80 Tunes lot, I didn't pay much for this lot. And of course, no bags, no boards, just thrown in with one bubble wrap. So they kind of got beat to hell. But I'll show you the reasons why I bought the lot, because I bought it for two specific books that looked decent, and one of them ended up having a chunk out of the back. But I'll start here with the Star Masters of the Universe Star Run. I always buy these books, even if they're in terrible shape, which most of them are. I mean, you can see like this is all bent over in the back. I mean, it's in rough shape, but still reader copies. I bought half a warehouse box of that issue a while back. These are the books where you start getting very difficult to find and very difficult to find in high grade. This is the Eternia playset cover, if any of you remember that, like $500 playset when we were kids. I had one friend that had one. This is the Mosquitor one. So this is getting into the higher numbers, which these are difficult to find and find in high grade newsstands.
Oh, wow.
The Brain Drain guy.
Oh, wow.
I do love these books, though.
Yeah.
I probably had another one last week, too.
You did. I remember that. The motion picture one. Which is interesting that they put him in the classic outfit instead of the movie.
Right. The Filmation. I'm yet to get what I consider a 9.8 copy of this. I've probably got a dozen. Really hard to get in that grade.
MT, one of my greatest regrets in comic selling is selling you that high grade Visionaries #1.
I told you.
Huh?
I told you. Visionaries is like the most scarce action figure set out there.
Wow. Yeah.
So, but here's another one. I got some of these books from you a while back too, I believe, the Inhumanoids. I thought I maybe been part of that lot, but perhaps not.
No, but I remember the toy though. This creepy.
Very short-lived. Very short-lived. Decompose was the big bad there. You got Metallic Boobs on there.
Yeah.
A rip-off of Attack Track. And then this is like, I can find multiple copies of this everywhere. This is like the most printed Star book of all time.
Right, yeah.
But here's where it gets into some cool stuff, because these are ones I have like the first 5 issues of Thundercats, like a couple copies, but I've never had anything higher than that. So it was really cool to be able to pick some of these up. 7. There's 2 copies of 7 in here. You got a Mum-Ra cover. What is big green 3 times as ugly as usual? Mum-Ra. This is a cool cover.
I've never seen this one.
No, me neither. Not only have I never owned these, I've never even seen these covers before.
Wow.
So it was kind of cool to see some of these.
Yeah. It's a great lot. I recognize this one.
And like, I mean, they're reader copies, but I did get a really good deal on it. And then this isn't a guy I ever remember. You remember that?
I don't remember him at all.
So that's getting kind of late into the run a little bit. What else do I have on my stack here? We got a couple more gold foil variants from the Image run. Love these covers. I thought they did a really good job with the gold foil variant.
Oh yeah, those are really beautiful.
So MT, what was like this lot called? Was it just a random 80s lot, or was it mainly He-Man, or?
It just said comic book lot.
Wow.
It was like somebody who had like Had somebody, I bought this on eBay, which every time I buy crap on eBay, I get burned, right? But like the guy had 4 comic books. He had 4 sales or 4 reviews. So maybe he even bought something. I don't know if he ever sold anything. So it was pretty obvious. I wrote in my standard paragraph on how to ship comic books. Fell on deaf ears once again. But I don't have a whole lot invested in it, but still, if I can pick up a stack of 20 80s cartoon action figure books, I'm going to do it cheap every time, even if they're reader copies, because I think there's people out there that are hungry for nostalgia of their youth, and whether or not they're reader copies or not.
Yeah.
I'm happy to pass them along where I can. So, if people are really interested, if we got time, I got another stack of Avengers books in yesterday, or maybe Saturday it was. I could go through those, but I think we're kind of winding down here. I'd be happy to go through them if you want.
I'm actually really enjoying your finds.
Okay, I'll go through these.
Let's see. Jen, do you have another round?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let me show you this.
Well, no, let MT. Why don't you take just another couple minutes, go through it, and then my last round will be very short, and I can close with it. But you guys go ahead and let's see, MT. Let's see what, because I am very interested in seeing what else you picked up.
I got like 2 runs that are very similar, so I'm only going to show one of them. Perils in Pittsburgh is a key book, Wonder Man book, and I can't remember why offhand, but at any rate. And then you're another Vision tail end. This is Jocasta's on the scene. Jocasta's first appearance is worth picking up if you can get it. And then we've got the Japanese kaiju invasion with the what was the name of this run? It had its own title. God, somebody in the chat may know.
Is it Shogun Warriors?
Shogun Warriors.
Is that him? I didn't know they crossed over.
Yep.
Nice.
New iteration of Ultron, and Ultron has always had a thing for the Waspy too, because Jocasta is the brainwaves of Janet Van Dyne is in Jocasta, which is like the Bride of Frankenstein here with Ultron.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not big. I just hate tornado-based superheroes. I don't know what it is. They all drive me crazy. Don't like it. This is first Goblin Queen or Elf Queen. Elf Queen. There you go.
Yeah,
Great Tiger. Molecule Man, extremely important character. I got a reprint of his first appearance because his first appearance in Fantastic Four is insanely expensive. But Molecule Man plays heavy in the Secret Wars with God Emperor Doom.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Good character. And like it's so funny because like early on when they were first creating characters, like Molecule Man is like essentially God level powers. You can manipulate.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they kind of wrote themselves in a corner with the Molecule Man, but they were able to bring him back and make him so he could be defeated essentially. And they did a really good job of still keeping him in the mythos. I thought they did an excellent job of that because he's still around to this day. Drax in his WWF wrestler form there. It's the War Against God. That's Moon Dragon's head there. Now Wasp, this is an interesting point. Spidey Girl might like this. The Wasp is the number one character in the Marvel Universe that has had the most different costume changes.
Yeah,
and
that's correct.
Character in the MCU. When she died at the end of Secret Invasion, she got banished to the Microverse actually. But they had this one homage issue where they had like every single one of her costumes in a comic book. I think it was the epilogue from Secret Invasion. Really cool book. Of course, this is when Yellow Jacket gets in trouble awesome Black Knight. Love what they did with the trim here. Almost looks like an anniversary border book, but nice key. Black Panther. This is the trial of Hank Pym, Yellow Jacket, for the domestic violence. They're all giving him crap for it. Which is interesting that Marvel has a Bible, because they never did that. They didn't put Bibles in Marvel comics. DC was kind of more for that thing. Egghead, really weird character. Never really was big on Egghead. He was a villain of the Ant-Man. This is when they catch Yellow Jacket. He ends up not being Yellow Jacket anymore because he was going crazy from the Pym particles. Supposedly that's why he had domestic violence. This is a big key book when Eros becomes Star Fox. It is Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp, that names him. And this is a great book that everybody should own when the Avengers go see Letterman. And I think maybe I did show this last week. Did we talk about this?
Yeah, you did. This is one of the ones you showed.
Paul was telling me that this was a key book for some reason. I know it's got the one-armed Wolverine on the cover, like it's maybe a new lineup or something. Sony may know what it is.
I sold a copy of Dark Beast. I think that's the Omega, the Alpha and Omega runs are all linked to the Dark X-Men, I believe, and I think you had Dark Beast that came out of that run.
Another great Moondragon cover. This is the first appearance of the Chicken Man, Talon, who's a voodoo guy from Haiti. I spent a couple weeks down in Haiti. I'm talking about a rough place. It's like the only fourth world country in this hemisphere.
Yeah.
They still have slaves, and they still have row houses in the middle of sugarcane fields with slaves in them. And more people should care about that, but they don't. At any rate, he's in his original costume here. The Wizard. This is the big Wonder Man key where it's really his second appearance in continuity. He appears in flashbacks in 2 other comics before this, but this is his return to the stories here in Wonder Man versus Vision, big key book number 158. Hercules and Polar Bears attack Black Panther in this one. Who knew? Beastie book here with Wonder Man where he's in his Hollywood getup in 178, and then we're back to the beginning. So that's pretty much it for me this week for my hauls. We'll kick it back to Carlos. We got any questions, any comments? We'll be happy to address the chat who have been kind of neglecting here.
Awesome. Thanks, MT. Hey, a couple more quick shout outs because I know some new people popped into the chat. What's up, Harm's Way Chad? Good to see you, buddy. Glad that you're here. Let's see. Spider Girl was impressed with the book, MT. Let's see. Comic Book Champ, what's up? Good to see you tonight. Glad that you're stopping in with us. Hey, look, I'm going to bounce it back over to Jen real quick, and then I'll close this out with the final lot of the night. Jen, what do you got to show us for this?
All right, guys. And so I also picked up this right here. This is Fantastic Four number 300. This is the marriage of Johnny Storm and Alicia Masters. Ended up getting really lucky because I think this is a very near mint copy. It's just I was just ended up finding this today, so I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, this is awesome. I like that. I have like the Luke Cage one too, like the marriage of Luke Cage, Jean Grey and Scott Summers. I love all those marriage covers. I even went off and got the J. Scott Campbell ones and the secret ones with Rogue and Gambit. Like, I love that. I just love that stuff, man. I'm all about marriage and stuff. So also ended up picking up this today too.
Nice. Beats Bears Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, man, it's just a very clean copy, man. Just like, I don't know.
I've got a copy of that, but mine is not a high grade. Now that I see one, I'm gonna have to get one.
Yeah, this is. I think this might be a 9.8, man. It's very clean. Yeah, I ended up getting this. Then also I ended up getting this also. Um, so I have a buddy that I work with that does he's part of Dork Buzz, and he's really good friends with the owner of Unknown Comics. So the back you have Dork Buzz, you have Unknown Comics. This is a metal, um, you know, Muffy the Pimp Slayer. So there's only 10 of these made, but this is like a metal um, cover. So only 10 made, and it's signed by like the creator and the artist and everything. But if you know the story behind this, it's actually this was created because of human trafficking. So this is a very good book to probably pick up or support, just because like when I had asked him, I said, who is she? What is she supposed to do? I'm like, well, she goes after people that human traffic kids and just anyone they can make money off of, like human slavery and so forth. So I thought that was kind of cool. It even says down here 3 out of 10. So yeah, it's only 10 of them out there. I got one of them. That was kind of a cool pickup also, so I ended up getting that. And then I also got one. I know this is usually a comic book thing that we show off, but I ended up getting this in the mail. I've been wanting to get this for a very long time. It's Dark Souls, but this is the US edition. It's not the UK or anything, but this is the steel case. I was thinking about sending this in for grading because graded copies are going for like around $2,000-$3,000 just for this game, video game. It's just insane if it's not open. Ended up getting that, and also I'm a huge Doom fan too, so I ended up picking this up. Also has the entire collection of Doom. So it has like Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 3. It's for the PlayStation 4. So I ended up getting this in the mail today. So I had to wait over. People always give Limited Run a hard time, but ended up getting this after a year. But yeah, I ended up getting that, guys. I have some more stuff too, but I know we're running a little late on our show. So
cool, man. That's a lot of. Those are some cool stuff. Those, the video games have become a big thing now. And especially like that mint condition one. Yeah, you ought to consider sending that in. Like, is it pretty pristine under the package?
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing. It's like I'm looking at it, and it's like man, it's really clean. Like this being sent in, it's just there's not that many copies of this, and I was looking it up, and I was like, I love Dark Souls. I mean, From Software is such a fantastic company. It's I've played their Sekiro. Sekiro is like one of my favorite games. It's one of the hardest games from Software, but they've done a really good job with their video games. Like they've made them so competitive, so they have a fan base. But when I went online and I was looking for this, I was like, oh man, this game it's worth a lot of money. I should probably try to submit this in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I would think about it. All right, so MT, you got a couple more to show off?
Yeah, I got a couple more. I forgot these in my cartoon lot. These will be funny.
Hey, real quick note to so Zombie Attack News. I think it might be a joke, but I just want to make sure. Monday hauls is just a time when we show off books that we've bought. I don't really do sales on this channel. Or any a lot of that you can find that on the Strictly Comics YouTube channel. That's where we do the sales and stuff. This is a night when Monday hauls is when we just show off mail calls, weekly comic hauls, big books, and other collectibles that we've picked up, and we just show it off and we say why we picked it up and why we think it's important and why it was important to us. So it's not really anything's really for sale. So nothing's really for sale.
Zombie Attacks. If you want to hit me on IG, I'll drop you to the link to our normal auctions. You can come by and check us out. There he is, the man himself. Purple Dragons and Ewoks. This was the last of that cartoon lot that I got.
Oh, very nice.
Ewoks were pretty big. It was obviously done. Ewoks were put in there to sell toys to kids because that's how Lucas made all his money. He got the merchandising rights to Star Wars. In case people didn't know that. And then something with purple dragons here, because here's another purple dragon from Fraggle Rock.
This is all from the same lot.
All from the same lot. These were a little bit higher grade though, which is why I have these in boards and bags already. But like Fraggle Rocks were all like, devil's lettuce smoking hippies, and they used to like go around destroy all the doozers who were doing the actual work stuff. It was funny. Fraggle Rock had some weird messages. I went back and watched a couple ones.
You really did.
Oh my God, there's some mixed messages in this show. And then the trash heap was by far the best. And then he's like, the trash heap has spoken. He used to go out to the trash heap.
Yeah.
Love that show. And then Carlos liked this one.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Pink Karate Commandos comic book. You need this in your collection.
Yes. Which one is that one?
Oh, it's like number 2.
Nice. I know I have number 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was going to try to make it to that Corpus Christi show where he was to get him to sign it, but I just couldn't make it work. I was sad.
I did find my other box of What If books that I couldn't find that I picked up last week. Maybe I'll show those next week. These are 2 cool ones. Be on the lookout for this spoofs. If you want to make fun of comic books, comic book heroes, these are the good ones. What If here with the Watcher getting the hot foot. This is the first appearance of Obnoxio, or his cameo, and then his first appearance is in this one, Obnoxio the Clown. Some good humorous books. And to go along with that, I want to make sure people know that this exists, because this is another one where they make fun of the Watcher. I'll pull this out of my stack of Avengers books, or What If books. The Marilyn Monroe, What If No One Was Watching the Watcher? That is the Marilyn Monroe over the vent. All knees, that one. Is like, in one of the Watcher's origins is, Galactus's origins is a Thor book, and it takes a lot of harassment because it's like all knees and thighs, like he's wearing short shorts. So that was kind of a play off of that too. But Obnoxio, some good humor books. Like to make fun of ourselves a little bit,
Nice.
So that's the good ones for a laugh. But I'll wrap it up for this week. Come back next week. I'll have a stack of What If cool books to show you, because I always love those covers. Very interesting concepts being put forth there. Some stuff you won't see anywhere else, like the Watcher in the dress, doing Marilyn Monroe routine.
Coming soon to an MCU near you.
Right.
All right, Jen, you got any more?
I don't really have any more stuff. In case you and MT haven't already seen it, since we're gonna close this out pretty soon. I know Strictly just joined us right now. I know Strictly.
He just showed up. He just popped in.
Yeah,
Hey, so make sure if you're looking for comic sales and auctions and live auctions on Thursdays and Sunday nights, you can find it in the link that I just dropped in there to Strictly Comics. You can see most of us over there most of the time. All right, Jen's showing off the book of the hour. This is the book of the week, the one that everybody is talking about. He's got a copy of it. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
So I know Strictly was he was like, oh man, show off that book or whatnot. And I was like, you know what? You need to come to Carlos Collects channel that has the best Monday hauls of all time. So clearly we do have the best, because clearly we just showed you some fire books. So even a bootlegged one, that you can't really find on the market unless you want to pay a lot of money for it. Starts a lot of controversies.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm just trolling now. Okay, well, that was pretty much it. We can put a acetate to this show now, and we can give it a 10 out of a 10.
All right. Hey, guys. Thanks so much, MT and Jen, and Future Batman, for showing up with us tonight. I wanted to do just two more quick things. Who is making the comments?
Me.
Is that MT? All right. So, hey, look, this isn't a comic book, but it is featuring comic book characters. And I don't think you can find this at a local comic shop. But if you have kids and if you are looking for good reading material for them, found this neat book, 5-minute Marvel stories.
Oh, yeah.
This will be an upcoming gift for one of the kids. But it was just, I was flipping through it. It's got a lot of the MCU, like some better known stories in here. Does 5-minute versions of them, rewrites them. But the thing I love about it is it's comic book centered, and it's getting kids to read, which is a fast disappearing art. Something that kids need and are going to continue to need, but they're not as. It's a lot harder to do that than for them to want to watch, get them to watch YouTube shows or Disney cartoons or other stuff like that. Last thing I wanted to show, I was talking with our buddy Pressed Niche Worldwide earlier about, is it possible to press out wrinkles on a poster? Because my LCS again hooked me up with a really cool poster, and this one I actually want to flatten it out and I want to display it here. I'm not going to give it away, not going to sell it, because it's the promotional cover art poster for Voices Comunidades #1.
Oh, very nice.
It's got a bunch of the current Hispanic superheroes from the Marvel universe, and you know me, I'm all about the Hispanic superheroes. So and they thought of me because they knew I love the Hispanic superheroes. So they thought of me when this came in. They found it in a box, and they said, "Hey, come by the store, pick it up. We got something for you." Super cool of them to do that. So big shout out to the Comic Vault. They got 2 locations in the greater Houston area. You can also find their online store, which is pretty well stocked, at thecomicvault.com. Big thanks to them for this poster. I'm going to get this flattened and kind of smoothed out and framed and show it off here in the Collector's Cave.
What did Trax tell you to do to flatten it up?
Well, he said it's too big for a press.
No,
so
you
he's
can't press it.
about a tack iron and something else.
No. It'll never be 100% perfect. You'll never get it done this before.
Like,
but
these
I like what Southern
coming out.
Comic Geek is
this
saying.
is what you do. You get yourself, are you going to get it framed in glass or just the plastic frame? Glass is expensive, but
probably plastic, because it's it's not like an expensive poster, and it's not like a reproduction or anything.
okay. So here's what you do: you take it and you hang it with clips, like in the shower. You run it until you get the steam filled in the room, and you've imbued some moisture to the paper, right? You lay it down. You slap the plastic for the frame. You don't clip the edges on, because you want any moisture to be able to get out. And then you just stack a bunch of textbooks on it and leave it for about 3 days.
I know a really big fat guy that could sit on your poster for a few days and maybe flatten it out that way. If you want his number, I can give it to you.
No.
You'll be amazed at how much will come out just doing that.
Okay. The humidity is a really good idea. I hadn't thought of that.
You just want to try to get an even stack of textbooks. That's what I've always used.
No, I thought you guys were talking about the fat guy, but okay.
All right. Hey, so thanks so much for everybody who tuned in tonight and watched this episode of Monday Halls Live. Remember that this is your source for finding out some of the cool books that are maybe flying under the radar. And as you can see, these guys who are comic hunting pros both had the same Fantastic Four book that they found.
Yeah.
We did.
And so I thought that was unique that you guys did that. That is a cover right there. That's a cover.
Both Marilyn Monroe. These are both Marilyn Monroe homages. Isn't that a great one?
That's pretty cool.
They are.
I remember doing that. That's pretty cool.
Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Just a couple quick reminders as we close out the show. We do have 2 nights of live streams. Tonight is Monday nights is Monday Halls Live, and that's where we unpack the past week to week and a half's worth of comic book and pop culture pickups to unbox it, show it to you, talk about it, give you a little bit of just an inside scoop on why we pick up the books we pick up, and always entertaining, always a cool panel that we have on it. Wednesday nights is the giveaway show. That's the night when we'll tackle certain different subjects. The past 2 nights have been, or the past 2 weeks have been really cool discussions about different things going on in the comic community. This week will be no less interesting. If you've wondered about how to protect your comic books, we're going to talk about a few different tips and practical hints. We've touched on them before in future or in previous episodes, but this one we're going to go a little bit more deep dive into it. So I'm looking forward to being able to share some of that with you and maybe dispel some myths, maybe share some facts and drop some knowledge. Looking forward to that as well. We'll also be doing some giveaways, of course, because it is the giveaway show. Happens on Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Central. And then this Friday, I'm hoping to drop my latest top 10 list of books that you should be checking out right now. And this character is a bigger one than any I've done before. So I think the biggest character to date has been Wolverine. This one leaves him in the dust. So I can't wait to share it with you, hoping it's going to be ready by Friday night at 10 p.m. Central. A lot of cool stuff, including the March to 1,000 subscribers. Some big gifts or some big giveaways that are going to be done once we break 1,000. But we got to hit 950 before I start sharing what those are. So make sure and share the channel. Let other people know about it. And above all, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this community in this part of YouTube and for hanging out with us. It's always a pleasure to interact with you in person and online. So you take care. Make sure to keep picking up those comic books, and we will see you next time when we're on live. So thank you all so much for being here, and we'll see you. Bye-bye.
Read comics.
Yep, read those comics.
See you guys.